drag, off the ropes through the legs.
At nearly 71 years old, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat remains one of professional wrestling's most respected legends. Known for his technical mastery, unforgettable matches, and charismatic presence, Steamboat left the ring full-time decades ago, but never truly stepped away from the sport he loves. From his iconic battles with stars like Randy Savage to mentoring the next generation of wrestlers, Steamboat's influence endures. Today, he stays connected to wrestling through appearances, training, and sharing his wisdom, proving that even in retirement, his passion and legacy continue to inspire fans and athletes around the world. The rise of a technical master, Steamboat's wrestling journey. Before we dive into where Steamboat is now, it's important to remember why he became such a beloved figure in the wrestling world. Beginning his career in the gritty 1970s, Steamboat quickly distinguished himself, not through sheer size or brash personality, but through masterful technique and athletic grace. While many wrestlers leaned on larger-than-life personas or power moves to thrill audiences, Steamboat was an artist of wrestling's pure form. Every move was precise, calculated, and captivating. Steamboat's matches were like finely choreographed dances, where every leap, lock, and strike told a compelling story. His legendary rivalry with Macho Man Randy Savage remains one of the most iconic in wrestling lore. Their bout at WrestleMania 3 is often hailed as one of the greatest matches ever seen, celebrated for its blend of drama, athleticism, and storytelling. Watching Steamboat work the ring was witnessing a master craftsman at his peak, and fans reveled in every moment of his endurance and skill, stepping away, retirement, and beyond. Like all athletes who push their bodies to the limit, Steamboat eventually faced the inevitable toll of his grueling profession. In 1994, after a career filled with jaw-dropping performances and unforgettable rivalries, Steamboat retired from full-time wrestling, but retirement didn't mean disappearing from the scene entirely. Over the years, Steamboat made occasional, much-celebrated appearances, reminding fans of the magic he still possessed. In 2009, at the age of 56, he surprised many by returning for a handful of matches that showcased his enduring talent, proving age was just a number for this veteran performer. Despite being well into his 50s, Steamboat still moved with the grace and precision that defined his prime. A near tragedy overcoming a brain aneurysm. In 2010, fans were shaken by the news that Ricky Steamboat had suffered a serious brain aneurysm. Such an injury is both frightening and potentially life-threatening, and many worried about the legendary wrestler's health. But through determination and medical care, Steamboat made a remarkable recovery. Though this health scare marked the end of any hopes of returning to active wrestling, it did not diminish his spirit or involvement in the wrestling world. Even at 71, Steamboat remains connected to the industry, attending wrestling events, autograph signings, and conventions where fans eagerly gather to hear his stories and celebrate his legacy. Mentoring the next generation. While Steamboat no longer competes in the ring, he continues to play a vital role in shaping wrestling's future. He frequently lends his expertise to independent wrestling promotions, providing guidance to aspiring wrestlers striving to carve their own paths to success. His experience accumulated over decades of top-tier competition is an invaluable resource that young athletes treasure. For Steamboat, mentoring isn't just about teaching moves. It's about instilling respect for the craft, discipline, and storytelling that made him a legend. His passion for wrestling endures, proving that even beyond the spotlight, Ricky the Dragon remains a formidable force in the world of professional wrestling. The WrestleMania 3 masterpiece. Art or over-choreographed? Steamboat's WrestleMania 3 match with Randy Savage is often lauded as a masterpiece. The athleticism and narrative flow were second to none, leaving fans breathless. However, some critics argue the match was too meticulously planned, almost robotic in execution. Unlike many wrestling bouts that allow for improvisation and spontaneous moments, Steamboat and Savage rehearsed nearly every move. For some, this precision took away from the raw unpredictability that makes wrestling exciting, making the match feel overly polished. On the other hand, many fans celebrate this choreographed perfection as the reason the match remains timeless. Each move served a purpose, building tension and emotion until Steamboat's final, triumphant victory. The 1988 departure, personal life versus career sacrifice. In 1988, at the peak of his popularity, Steamboat requested time off from the WWF for the birth of his son, a simple, deeply personal request. However, this pause in his career was not warmly received by management. Upon returning, Steamboat found his status diminished, no longer pushed as a top star and sidelined from major opportunities. Fans and insiders speculated that this was a punitive move by the WWF, sending a message that personal milestones must be sacrificed for the company's agenda. This incident sparked broader conversations about the grueling demands placed on wrestlers and the difficult choices between family and professional obligations. The Undertaker's story, protecting legacy or career move. Another chapter of Steamboat's story is steeped in rumor and intrigue. In 1991, he left WWF, again under mysterious circumstances. Persistent rumors suggest that Steamboat refused to lose a squash match to The Undertaker, a bout designed to establish The Undertaker's dominance. While never officially confirmed, this story portrays Steamboat as a wrestler fiercely protective of his legacy, unwilling to take a loss that could tarnish his reputation. Fans are divided. Some argue wrestlers should always follow company direction, while others admire Steamboat's stand to safeguard his image, even if it meant walking away from a major promotion. Ricky Steamboat today. A legend living on now as Ricky Steamboat enjoys his 7th decade. He remains a beloved figure in the wrestling community. Though no longer battling in the ring, his impact resonates through the countless wrestlers he has trained and the memories of unforgettable matches that continue to inspire. Whether sharing wisdom with rising stars or signing autographs for adoring fans, Steamboat's passion for wrestling burns brightly. His story reminds us that wrestling is not just about wins and losses, but about the art, heart, and dedication behind every match. Ricky the Dragon. Steamboat's legacy is one of excellence, perseverance, and unwavering respect for the sport he helped define.